Today is Friday, the 10th of November, 2017, and it is FUD Friday. FUD Friday, everyone. Woo!
Woo for the FUD.
FUD Friday.
FUD after 2x called off? Oh my God, who could have seen this coming?
Wait. It's the FUD Friday flippening. There you go. FUD Friday flippening. We'll explain that in just a moment after I follow protocol, which is to say, it is block height 493,962. But on which blockchain, Shinobi? On the Bitcoin or Bitcoin Core's blockchain? Or is it Bitcoin Segwit?
It's the only one that matters. It's the Bitcoin blockchain.
Segwit blockchain. Yeah, but dude, when you say it's the only one that matters, you look at these two charts, and the one on the left and the one on the right, which one does the man on the high street want to pick when he wants to pay for his coffee?
The one on the left. Anybody who buys the one on the right's a complete sucker that's just going to get burned by Jihan and Roger.
Our survey said the man on the street wants this one, wants the one on the right, because it's got this big green dildo, and men on the street like green dildos. So
guys, the dildo, when you see the dildo, you're going to get fucked. Like, you want to get in before the dildo.
But I heard
that do the fuck.
Yeah, but I read on Reddit that that the Bitcoin Core coin has a lot of problems, and that everybody is going over to Bitcoin Cash. Haven't you seen the 24-hour % gains of so-called Bitcoin Cash?
I'll tell you what I have seen though, Theo. I've seen the grassroots movement in Bitcoin Cash, just groundswell. Like, everyone's changing their names on Twitter to Bitcoin Cash for life. And yes, Bitcoin Cash, and hashtag Bitcoin Cash, and cash for your coffee, and all these memes that are going around, these dank memes.
I missed that part, but yeah,
I'm sorry.
It could be. I still think that it's not the right name. Someone from Dash probably influenced them, Dash Cash, and it should be called TV. True Vision.
I'm sorry, I can't let that go. You said dank meme and Bcash in the same sentence. That does not compute. That just doesn't compute.
Yeah, because I've seen that Chinese dude. What's his name? Jihan or something. He's in all these memes. I've seen his picture in all these memes.
Oh, they're being memed. Okay, yeah, they are being memed because they're a joke.
Yeah. Look, he's in this one. This is one of my favorite ones. There he is. Look, he's reading. What's he reading? He's reading Machiavelli for Dummies.
That is a really funny one. That is hilarious. Now, I don't know if everybody knows the context, but he did tweet out that, and I think that's a Machiavellian.
Come on.
That's interesting. I think that's what he thinks. I don't think that's a lie or some kind of trick from him. I think that he sees that if Bitcoin Cash is going to be a success, then it needs to be, not so much fighting each other as it is now. So I don't take it for what you want, but I guess that is. On the other hand, we all know that he wants to sell mining equipment. We'll get to that later about a new conspiracy theory regarding that. But I mean, his mining equipment, generally speaking, works for SHA-256. I think he sells Litecoin and Dash also, miners for the hardware. So, and other investments too. So, in the whole ecosystem. For example, we had BTC.com on here. And see there, I just asked him just a few minutes ago. I thought, let's just ask him again. I know other people asked him, can you tell us anything about the rumor that new hardware must mine Bitcoin Cash or whatever you want to call it? And because that's an interesting rumor. I have heard from trustworthy sources that the service of Bitmain is not great, in the sense that this person is serious and has mined a lot in the past, wants to buy a whole lot of hardware, and is having a very, very hard time doing so. Can't get any, the support is pretty useless, can't get any confirmations, and he wants to spend a whole lot of money. And it's been like that for a while. And I know this person has been trying to get a better contact up in Bitmain. So Bitmain, if you're watching, send me a DM. I've got a hookup for a big customer. They really are not liking your support.
Well, is that the same person that we had in the Mumble today?
I think so. I'm guessing. Okay, I guess. I don't know for sure. I'm guessing. But it might be another one, because this person has been trying for over a month. And it was a topic. And I guess today it just came to a head even more.
Yeah. This is the fantastic artwork by Rick today.
Oh, yeah, man.
Rick.
No problem.
Yeah, so just wanted to briefly mention, skipping ahead a little bit here, but let's do it anyway. I thought he was being really nice. I mean, look, here he is. He's saying everyone needs to just get along, all right? And Bitcoin Cash isn't trying to be Bitcoin, and the community needs to learn a hard lesson, be friends with one another, and compete in coins and learn from them and make BCH better. So he even acknowledges it's BCH ticker. That's interesting. Don't play hatred. Don't wish competing coins ill. Just wish and try to make BCH better. He's sort of, yeah, you already said that. If you said that twice, there's 280 characters again going to his head a little bit. Come on, mate. All right. But good show. I mean, what a nice guy. I mean, I don't think, yeah, look at that. I don't think that he's, using that in a Machiavellian way. I think it comes from the heart. I think he really means it. And he wants what's best for everyone. Charnine on the chat is suggesting the acronym. Well, we got Bitcoin Classic Unlimited Cash. So that's what we should be calling
XT.
The new Bitcoin. Yeah. Yeah, well, hang on, mate, because there's a punchline here that you're not expecting. So we should call the new coin Bitcoin Classic Unlimited Cash, which is abbreviated BCUC. She's very proud of that. And then you probably...
Oh, no. All right.
That's the best.
BCUC. BCUC XT. How about that? BCUC XT.
That sounds excellent.
I think Jihan, though, I think he's just a sad little boy who thought that everybody would think his thing is the best, and it's the bestest thing in the world, and everybody's going to come running and buy it, but they didn't. So now he's trying to look and go, look, I'm a nice boy. I'm not being mean. I'm not bullying people on the playground. Come play my game. My game's more fun. It's better. I'm not a big meanie.
Yeah, you're right, man. I think that he's really, I don't know, just made more of an appeal to these classic and unlimited guys. And like, they're all kind of coalescing together here. It's like, I've been hearing people saying like they're upset that the Segwit 2x fork didn't happen. And I've kind of been going back and forth in my mind. Like, this is pretty much what we'd see is a whole side of actors that are coming together right now, coalesce together against Bitcoin to try and take the name. So, I mean, like, we don't have another coin right now, but we know more forks are coming in the future. This one just right now, this feels like the 2x fork is the 2x guys and these Bcash guys. They've kind of, coalesced together on this.
Yeah, so we saw a bit of a consolidation in the power. So once 2x had gone, all it took now was for the Bitcoin Classic to close down and to put their support behind the one true Satoshi Vision coin. And now you have all the big blockers together in one camp, apparently. Not that there is camps, it's actually much more nuanced than that. But they're putting all their weight behind this one project with the view, I suppose, to give us a razor-sharp, focused MVP like Mike Belshie promised us, right?
I guess we got till May to figure that out. Like, that's what they are saying in like an article I read was like by May 2018, it's going to be, they'll be Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Wow.
So really good strategic move by them, by all the actors there. I applaud them. We did not see that coming. They did a great job of keeping it all quite close to their chest. And I understand there's a bit of a world tour right now with Roger Ver and Satoshi or Wright or Craig Wright or whatever, Craig Satoshi Wright, I suppose you could say. They're off and they're gallivanting around the world, telling everyone and spreading the word of Satoshi's vision. Bitcoin Cash, we'll get into that a little bit later. Lots to look forward to. In the meantime, if you want to join us on the chat room after this show or follow along with the links of all the things we'll be discussing there in the description in the text below. Right. What's this? Okay, BitConnect, the one true. Wait, this is the BCC ticker, right? And it's wrecked. Whose story?
Wait, BCC? I thought that was Bitcoin Cash. Wait, I'm confused now.
Apparently
What's
it's a
BCC?
scam. Apparently it's a scam. Or wait, they're both scams. I'm confused.
Wait, I bought a scam. I was buying Satoshi's One True Vision. I was buying Bitcoin. You're telling me I bought a scam?
Yeah.
It looks like they're not going to be incorporated in a couple more months. So yeah.
Being struck off the register. Okay.
Well, that's pretty big news. So they're getting struck off the register officially, it looks like.
Right. Since when did that kill an altcoin? Since when did an altcoin?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out, like what that's all about. But well, that killed an altcoin when the altcoin, I guess, has a built-in multi-level marketing system with referrals and everything. I don't know what's going on with that, and that fuels the marketing. And linked to that was also some calls from the community for CoinMarketCap to delist BitConnect, because apparently they say it's a scam and there's no way CoinMarketCap would do that. I'm estimating, so you can go on CoinMarketCap and fill in the form to advertise on the site. If you look on the site any day of the week, you'll notice, and we could do a test here. I bet you that BitConnect has an ad somewhere on this site, and they're not cheap. The CoinMarketCap has increased traffic since the whole crypto hype this year at an amazing proportion. Okay, so I bet you, I think that BitConnect has probably paid. Now I don't know what BitConnect. You know, people talk about, oh, it's a blockchain governance, and they pay their own marketing. Okay, that's fine, and maybe it is. Whoever or however that community pays its marketing, I think they've paid CoinMarketCap more than $1 million, maybe 2, 3, 4, I don't know, in just ads, because they pay for so many ads on that site alone. Not to mention there you go. See what I see that thing costs. I think that costs like $10,000 a few days. I have no idea to buy that ad right there, but it's not really cheap, and it gets a lot of views, and I bet you it converts really well because people that go here want to have something like that. It's
a very popular site. Yeah, it's a very popular site.
I mean, so BitConnect, as scammy as it might be, that is the marketing coin. They are really good at marketing, and that's why they had a big price rise. Now, of course, it dumped now, but they got that part right. They're really good at figuring out how to market. And apparently, I don't know. Maybe the YouTube people did the videos themselves, and they added their own. But I have a feeling that they also have, influencer marketing campaign too, and they have also a lot of YouTube personalities doing BitConnect ads and stuff like that. And they took Jihan's advice, because I don't see any BitConnect videos talking shit about other coins. They're just hyping their own shit. So they understand, they want to stay positive and all that kind of stuff.
Very cool. Very good. Sounds like you know your shit, Theo, when it comes to advertising and viral marketing in this space.
Well, you just yeah, sure. If anyone wants any consulting, DM me. But I get so many DMs. I mean, I can't even keep track of it. My Twitter is blowing up, guys. And I got to go to a conference coming up, and I don't know about my schedule, but you could still just maybe I'll decide to answer.
Yes. Well, what if you pay them like 0.1 BTC or something? Would you answer them then?
I take. I would consider that. So. Maybe you put in your subject line, how much you're going to pay, and I don't know, but I got to schedule this conference. And I don't know, but yeah. Anyway,
do you have a Skype
I'll give you
group?
one unofficial rare Pepe.
Theo, do you have a Skype group?
No, I don't do Skype. Telegram, of course. Telegram.
Oh, okay.
Telegram. Yeah, Telegram. I don't have time for Skype. I mean, come on, you gotta talk to these people. I mean, people don't even know what they're doing, you know.
Right, moving on then to one of our favorite people, I think, on the show. Mark Karpelès is a real hero and a stalwart of this industry. What? Oh yeah, I forgot. The vast majority of people watching this video won't even remember who this guy is because they weren't even around. I forget there are so many newbies in this space. So this is the second fake news. Well, it's all fake news today, so there's no real news. So this is the fake news that Mt. Gox will not be paying out the reimbursement funds in the form of Bitcoins. It will be pegging the losses that customers made in the failed Bitcoin exchange back in 2014, tied to that the value as it was of Bitcoin at $400 in 2014. So you won't get, if you had like 10 Bitcoins on Mt. Gox in 2014 when it crashed and burned, you will not get 10 Bitcoins back today, but rather you will get the equivalent at $400 back, either in yen to your bank account or in Bitcoins. And that's assuming you filled out the very long-winded and difficult to read form, which was in part Japanese and part English, but mostly Japanese. And also that Mark, for all his troubles, because this guy's been through a lot, and like I said, a real stalwart and hero in the industry, he will be taking home a measly $859, which I think is just pittance, really. Wait, $1 million? Oh boy.
Well, that changes everything.
Yeah. Well, hey, Mark, you know, I'm working on a new project and it has to do with cats and blockchain, and you're free to take part in the pre-sale. Just send me a private message.
I think he has earned it, though, to be fair. I mean, look at the weight he's lost. I mean, maybe he did a bet with the trustee, the person that took over the company, and said, look, if I can shift 300 pounds in weight by the time this actually comes out in litigation, will you just give me my profits back? And then, okay, well, congratulations, Mark. You've done it. You laid off the Frappuccino lattes and you managed to look at that spelt figure on the right. The fuck is that?
Well, it's obviously Tom Cruise as Mark Karpelès in the movie of Mt. Gox.
Yeah. Wow. What a transformation. This looks like another Rare Pepe meme. You should turn that into a card, Theo.
Well, actually, one of the first cards does have a Mark Karpelès on it already. So
I know, but is he spelt like he is in the right-hand picture?
No.
Well,
he
then
is not.
It needs to be updated. It needs to be updated.
Yeah,
so
it's true. It's true.
So
before and after. So 859 million, Pepe.
Yeah, this is the news that the multi-millionaire Mark Karpelès will be rewarded for his incompetence at the Mt. Gox exchange and for his amazing creativity when it came to just scapegoating and blaming other people for all of his problems. That was apparently one of the things reported in this article, one of the reasons why the liquidators felt that he deserved all that money and not all the poor victims on the website. Should be pointed out that there was a mistake apparently in the article. This was actually quite a lot of comments underneath this article where Paul Wassensteiner says that, Joseph, you need to correct this false information. Mt. Gox creditors did not request that Karpelès and Mt. Gox to process funds in the Japanese yen rather than Bitcoin. This is totally and utterly false. We submitted our claims to what we had on our accounts at the time in Mt. Gox, closed in whatever currency that was actually on there. That is true, partly true, but I know because I had to fill out the form for someone, and you actually got told that you were not going to receive the token. It was basically that you were making a claim. It wasn't that this is what you were going to get back. You were just there to confirm to the liquidators and to the litigators what you had in the balance at termination at the time that the site went down. So as Anthony Hosman points out, you will just, if you had one BTC in 2014, $489, you will be receiving 0.0746 BTC now, which is the equivalent value at a price of $6,555 per Bitcoin. So that's all it is. They were just asking you, by what, mechanism did you want to get paid? Not like, sure, you had 300 Bitcoins in there at the time, but don't you remember that, thousands of Bitcoins were stolen. So good luck getting those back. Wishful thinking. So that's pretty much a non-news fake news story, really, because that isn't even news. That was already known. So I don't know what's going on. Okay. What's up next? Oh, Peter Smith. One more time, Peter. One more time. What? What did we say about ad hominems?
I'm sorry. I didn't say anything. Did somebody say anything?
Can you not cough into the mic?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go on then. Get on with it. Get on with the story. Go on.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Peter Smith, the CEO of Blockchain Info, who has been trying to ask for definitions of decentralization, censorship resistance, like these are things, that a Bitcoiner should have some grasp on, who still hasn't implemented segregated witness for one of the air quotes most widely used walls in the space, is now saying that, hey, why should we contribute any developer resources to help actually maintain the Bitcoin protocol our business is built on? I mean, you guys won't do what we want just to specifically benefit our business. So why should we actually help maintain the thing that our business is based on? I mean, why should I do that? Why is that cost effective for me? What do I get out of it? I mean, I'm obviously being extremely facetious, but he's literally arguing in here that they won't raise the block size, they being core developers. So why would I take a developer in my company to help maintain the Bitcoin protocol? Because you won't raise the block size like I want. And he wonders why these businesses, such as his, get shit on left and right by the community when they're effectively just building huge businesses on the hard work of others, people that they do not compensate or pay in any way. They just expect to be able to boss them around and change the underlying protocol in whatever way best suits their specific businesses. And they're confused when the community shits all over them. They don't understand why our response is go fuck yourself. They're completely disconnected from reality.
What can Bitcoin do for me?
Wait, isn't it ask not what Bitcoin can do for you, but what you can do for Bitcoin? Isn't that the line?
Exactly, Chris.
Isn't that what Satoshi Nakamoto said?
Exactly.
Really
on that fateful day. That fateful day, 1917.
In the 2X missile crisis, there was a famous speech given. No, you can, of course, he has a business, has investors. I don't know the details of the investors. I'm sure they have a lot of investors. They didn't do an ICO because they're pre-ICO hype. So yeah, he has to. Yeah, he basically the way that it's written. Yeah, that's very interesting. What Ricardo wrote actually right there. I mean, he has a pretty strong point there if that's true, which I believe. I don't think that he's lying, but yeah, I just want to say that yeah, he's just boiling it down to I need cheap transactions for my business to work, basically, and that is, yeah, I need Bitcoin to be like this for my business to work. Now, maybe the transactions were cheaper in the past, at least in fiat terms, but still, it's not he has it reversed, as most people in this thread, I think, agree.
Well, I think maybe one of the reasons why some of these guys are so cranky is because they haven't had coffee in a very, very long time, because the fees are so high. And without that coffee, they just get cranky.
Yeah, they haven't drank the Bitcoin Cash coffee yet.
Yeah.
I hear it's really good. It has good caffeine level, makes you cheery in the morning, and then eventually it'll make you say, we should be friends with other projects and be nice to each other and just try to make things better.
Yeah. Kill them with kindness.
Yeah, but I mean, like, let's boil this down though for a minute. Where else except in Bitcoin do you see this kind of deranged entitled nonsense? Like, do we see UPS going to the fucking United States government, knock, knock, knock? We demand that you build wider roads with lanes just for UPS trucks, and don't charge us taxes for it, or we're just gonna secede and start our own country, and we're gonna take the roads you have now with us. Yeah, because you're not just doing what we want to make our business specifically work with the universe around it, or the blockbuster that goes, hey, what we're not getting customer traffic anymore. Why don't you guys just rebuild all the roads to go specifically to Blockbuster? Just leave everybody with no path anywhere but Blockbuster so that our specific business works. I mean, like, if you remove the dynamic of what's going on here from Bitcoin, it is the most deranged shit in the world. We literally have business owners whining on Twitter about their support tickets and how bad they are at catering to their customers' needs, and demanding that a group of volunteers maintaining the infrastructure they built their business on, who they don't pay, just change anything they want about that underlying infrastructure to make their business work. It's insane.
Yeah, man, I just like feel that it's like a lot of this, like the sides coalescing together. There's like, we didn't get our 2x, and we're not getting what we want with core or the legacy chain. So yeah, we're just gonna, I guess, not help out that protocol at all. And yeah, it's upsetting to see, but I guess it's like kind of expected from these guys.
Yeah, and a great analogy I just thought of regarding Fluffy Pony's comment. It's like Fluffy Pony is like the it's like an it's like an airport coming in and saying, we've put more funding into the roads. Sorry. I don't know. I was just see Fluffy Pony as an airplane.
Okay, well, I mean, that would be more like a unicorn, because unicorn has wings. But yeah, that's I get the connection. It's a close call. Yeah, I mean, so he has a startup, global payment startup, and they have someone that spends, apparently an employee that spends 50% of the time, working on Bitcoin development. That being said, Fluffy Pony is, part of the Monero team. So and that startup is also doing things with Monero. So it doesn't even have to do with Bitcoin directly. So that's the theme today. That is an example of following Jihan's suggestion. Don't make fun of other coins. Be friends and make things better. This is Make Friends Friday.
Make Friends Friday. Yeah, or just be better. If you can't make friends, just be better, like this pony. Like this pony in this picture. This is Fluffy Pony out in the wild, just chilling out after he's been working hard, improving the protocol for no money, even before he's cash flow positive. So there you go. Right. So next piece of FUD on the menu. There's this wonderful piece of FUD, actually. It was the FUD of the day, I'd venture to say, that we had reports from a whale pool user. His name is Bitcoin Poker 86, I believe. He came into the chats, and there's a link in the description below. You'll have to search through the video. Sorry, it's quite a long one. It's live streamed around the clock over on the whale pool Telegram chat room, and or the whale pool TeamSpeak, I should say. There's also a Telegram group, and he basically came in and said that he was a miner, and we know him, by the way. He's Bitcoin Poker's been around for a while, a year by my reckoning. and I've heard him before. He seems like a decent enough guy, and several other people vouched for him. He said, I'm a miner, and I have received a report, not directly from Bitmain, but he had received a report that Bitmain will be mandating that people buying their ASICs will have to turn their hashing power over to Bitcoin Cash. And then with that, he went completely quiet. He went down to his private room with a group of other people and apparently showed them like screen grabs. And I was like, hey guys, I'm Satoshi. One of you want to come in a private room with me and I can show you the signature and then you can just tell everyone else that it's true. Anyway, that's a joke. So I don't know if any of you got that. No, I'm not joking. That's what happened. He went off into this private room. Go on.
I get your skepticism. It very well could just be.
I haven't even finished the story yet. But go on. I haven't even finished the story yet.
I have heard very credible, similar stories in dealing with selling equipment to people who were going to be signaling for SegWit earlier in 2016, before this all resolved itself with BIP 148 and the NYA. So while I get where you're coming from, I don't think you should totally write off the possibility.
Well, I heard that you were forcing people to signal for UASF, and otherwise you wouldn't give them a hat.
No comment.
It's fake news Friday. Fake news Friday. All right. So the rest of the story is that gentleman then came back up to the main chat room with RJ and some other people. And they were like, oh, yeah, so we just had this private committee, and we can't confirm any of it. He showed us a screen grab. It wasn't even from anyone at Bitmain. And so this guy is obviously a miner. He's very well-meaning. He's apologetic. And he's like, look, I'm not trying to create any FUD, except for the fact that when he said it, like seconds after he said it, the price crashed. Because there are so many millionaires in this chat room, right, that are all trading. They've got all their screens up, and they've got, you know, BitMEX and Bitfinex, and they've got everything up. And of course, somebody comes in and says, oh yeah, by the way, guys, the reason the price is going down is probably because Bitmain is mandating that people direct all their hashing power to Bitcoin Cash. And so, boom, you know, price drops like $70 in the space of 15 seconds. And when he came back up, it was a case of trying to verify it. So we had about 4 people. Some directly were miners who came into the chat room. I put out this tweet, as you can see, and I put out some more tweets just to say, look, I'm not trying to spread FUD either. I'm not perpetuating this thing, but if you have any information. Various people came into the chat room. We had about 4 attestations, 4 people that said, okay, I'm either a miner, or my business associate is a miner, or my best friend is a miner, and I've just spoken to them, or I am that person, and I have not received this communication from Bitcoin Cash. And then plot twist happened next, because I then got a DM from someone who I won't name because he hasn't said it's okay to, and he said to me, well, let's just say if you're like a really, really big customer of Bitmain, that they may ask you, you know, to mine on Bitcoin Cash. And I can imagine, if I were to read between the lines of this, I can imagine that there might be some gunboat diplomacy at play here. Like, you know, you want a big order, we don't have to sell it to you. We could sell it to anyone. And maybe there's a phantom bidder that's going to come in, and you might lose the bid. You might be able to do something on the price. Maybe the price goes up if you don't mine on Bitcoin Cash. And it might be that these miners are just, you know, pre-configured to mine to the ant pool by default, and that they will mine on Bitcoin Cash by default. And if that's a deal breaker for the buyer, then maybe Bitmain say we'll sell to someone else. But it would be trivial for them to just deny this. I don't think. We have asked for Jihan to come on and to dispel the rumors and make sure that everything is cleaned up. And I'm sure if he looks us all in the eye and says, look, this isn't true, we'll take his word for it. We won't assume any bad faith here. But if I were to guess, I would say this is just a rumor. It could have been someone who was just trying to get the price to drop, try to spread FUD, or it could just be that the truth is somewhere in between.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, though, I wouldn't immediately dismiss this because I've heard a lot of credible claims that there were similar things going on in the early SegWit activation period, like Jihan refusing to make bulk sales to people like who would take that and signal for SegWit activation and attaching similar strings. And then, I mean, like, let's also look at the fact that, like, not only was ant bleed a thing, where there was literally a backdoor in mining equipment to remotely shut them down, but also Jihan and Bitmain have a slew of ridiculously absurd patents and have actually tried to litigate with those, suing a former chip engineer from their company, Wen Chung of F2 Pool, and Bixen Mining Pool for using chips that this former employee developed. So the way that they have duplicitously done things in the past and factually strong-armed other players in the industry by whatever means necessary, like, I really don't think it's that crazy to think that there might be some kind of unspoken implication there amongst really big buyers of equipment from them.
I thought that North Korea was the only one that had Bitcoin patents.
Oh, North Korea?
No.
Is that North
It's Satoshi.
Isn't that a company? Wait a minute. Isn't that a company? And don't they have patents on Bitcoin? And
oh, you mean Blockstream Core? Blockstream.
Oh, yeah, right. And they're going to force everybody to do stuff.
Satoshi has patents too, and so does Jihan. Everybody has patents. I mean,
yeah, I know.
It's the real world.
Yeah, of course. A lot of those companies have patents. I'm just saying that's what puts it in perspective a little bit. You know, that there are different patents. I mean, you could go on and on.
You just triggered.
And actually, the whole thing with ASIC Boost is actually, they kind of have a right, a license for ASIC Boost in Asia or something. It's not so they don't have the patent. The German guys have patented ASIC Boost, not Bitmain. They just have a license from the original.
No, actually, remember, Theo, the patent was sold to Little Dragon LLC out of the West Coast.
It was sold, actually. Okay, so that's the whole story. They don't own it. The Germans don't own it anymore. Anyway, whatever. Patent wars in Bitcoin, scaling wars, you know, a lot of things are going on. I love the story though of, hey guys, I've got some really interesting information. Okay. All right. Now follow me to my secret room. And everyone comes back. Oh, it's totally legit, guys. I just saw it. Okay, right? Let's go. This just sounds totally Bitcoin. It's typical.
It does,
so funny.
Like, in a zero knowledge proof world, we're just relying on screen grabs, like an active telephone. But to his defense, Bitcoin Poker didn't want to dox himself. Totally get that. That room, by the way, is live streamed all the time, so I can see why he was getting a bit defensive and he wanted to go off to a private room. And it was actually RJ that dragged him off to the private room. RJ apologized later on. RJ's a good guy. They're all good people in there. But yeah, so the narrative here that we're spreading on FUD Friday, FUD the flippening Friday, as we flip from Bitcoin into Bitcoin Cash, which is not the real Bitcoin, says Jihan. It's a separate thing. He's not trying to make it into Bitcoin because that would be unkind, and we're all here to be friends. But the narrative is shaping up. It's shaping up into, if we can get enough of the hashing power away from Bitcoin by persuading all the buyers of our miners to direct all their hashing power over onto the BitCh chain, BCH chain, BitCh for short, then we'll be able to arrest development of the project, and ours will be the one true coin. Bitcoin Cash, the one true coin. So here's just a stupid article in Reuters where they prepare it beforehand and then they just go through and do a find and replace to make sure the prices and the dates and times are correct. And it's basically the Bitcoin slides by over $1,000 in 48 hours. Not really fake and not really a story. So
I will give credit to that author though.
Really?
Unlike all of the other shit that has been popping up over the past week in these mainstream publications, like, this was pretty objective. It was just like, here's the stated logic for one side, the stated logic for other, and why the markets might be reacting this way. There was no wordplay. There was no twisting context. And that's something I actually do appreciate, even though it's pretty much just like a little paragraph thing when you really boil down the content. But there wasn't the demented framing things a specific way.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was pretty dead on. And there was this other article that was not from Cointelegraph. And I guess it go right into that. Pretty good segue into it. Yeah. So, So Cointelegraph was reporting this in not so objective manner, saying that, Bitcoin Classic is shutting down to confirm that Bitcoin Cash will be the real Bitcoin by May 2018. And it says in an official statement Thursday, release manager Tom Zander praised Bitcoin Cash and said its validity meant that Bitcoin Classic had fulfilled its promise. It is now up to you which chain will gain the most traction. It is now up to the next billion people to start to use Bitcoin Cash. And at most 6 months, I'm sure we will just drop the cash and call it Bitcoin. So in the aftermath of SegWit2x apparent failure, funds appear to be flowing into the rival Bitcoin fork as investors hedge bets over a duplicate chain appearing. And it just wasn't very objective about it. It just very much says, it kind of pumps up the idea that, hey, this is these guys are coming together. This is going to be the next thing in May. We're going to rename this thing, and it's definitely not as objective, but it's the same. Yeah, it's the same story.
Should I get an eye patch?
Yeah, get an eye patch.
That
just makes you look badass when you do that.
Would I look? But the thing is, it's kind of like when you wear a mask. Mask in, mask out. Eye patch in, eye patch out. Then you have to go in public with your eye patch. If you only have your eye patch on your Twitter profile picture, no, I'm sorry, I can't get down with that. Now, if you sported that everywhere, then it's okay.
Wait, dude, are you mocking a guy with a visual impairment? Is that what you're doing right now?
No, I don't know. I don't know his history. I don't know. It's okay. I'm not mocking him.
Dude, you apologize right now. Apologize. That was bad taste. You're not even drunk. You don't even have an excuse. When you're not fucking interrupting fucking core developers, when you've got no specialism of your own, you're fucking disabled people.
Chris, tone down the ethics, okay? So what I wanted to say is that, hey, if he has any kind of impairment or whatever, then that's cool. I'm wrong. Everyone can crucify me on the hash or whatever you want to do. I don't know, however you want to do it.
He doesn't have a vision.
He's a politician.
Yeah, I know that he's a politician, and I don't have his records. I haven't asked him directly, but I don't think he has a sight impairment as far as I understand. So that's okay. I know the Pirate Party. I think it started
Pirate Party is a joke on the whole pirate thing.
I know. Still, if you're gonna sport it, then do it. Then sport it. But just on your, I don't know. I don't know. Just too much for me sometimes.
Right. Shannon's dying skin.
Get a hook. Put a hook on your hand instead. Maybe, I don't know.
David Sterry from the troll box says that we should not assume his pirateness.
Arr. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I got off track with that.
Well, so what's his pronoun then? I mean, he doesn't say his pronoun. Like, what are we supposed to call him?
Oh, the pronoun is easy. Arr.
Oh, yeah. But wait, I shouldn't just assume that based on his appearance. Isn't that like prejudice?
Well, no. Well, if you don't know the person's pronoun, you're supposed to ask them.
Yeah.
But them, so you have to figure out a way to ask
wait, you said them. That's presumptuous in itself.
Exactly. Yeah. So you have to figure out a way to ask without
breaking all the
taboos
today. It's so on PC.
I think we could ask Jihad what his pronoun is, maybe.
Yeah. All right, Jihan. Bet he can't wait to come on this show after watching this. Wow, boy.
I'm sure he watches every episode with. Yeah. I'm sure he's a subscriber. Sure if you haven't subscribed yet, everyone, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to watch all the old videos. Make sure to retweet and make sure to comment and make sure to stay in the troll box as active as possible without flooding, because I'm sure that is good for metrics too. I don't know. Maybe there's a secret algorithm or something, right?
Algorithm, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because they like it when you pronounce it in a certain way and it picks that up.
Yeah, that helps the metrics too. The algorithms like it when you mispronounce the word algorithm. So also, if you're coming in from a poor country, maybe a third world like Venezuela, please use a VPN, because otherwise your metrics mean nothing. We don't get any of the ad revenue. Please stop being poor. It's really offensive. Thanks. Really inconsiderate of you. Right? Thought we said Fun Friday. What? You can't take a little bit of flippant, facetious humor on Bitcoin Mumbles?
Hey guys, just stop being poor. It's really easy. Just buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's really inconvenient for our business model, and we would just much prefer it if you weren't that poor.
I thought the whole point of ads was that they're for poor people.
Yeah, ads are for poor people, but we can't monetize off the ads if they come from poor countries. That's my point. All right, so oh my God, what the fuck is this? Who put this on there?
Yeah, that's the poll with the article.
Oh yeah, okay, right. Sorry, I'm a terrible host. I forgot to put that up there. All right, I accidentally killed it. The company is affected by one novice Ethereum dev. Oh, that's a bit harsh. $156 million error. No, come on. Before you go ahead with that, that's really harsh. But what about the novices that made Ethereum in the first place, who made it so fucking unstable that it was possible to just kill a contract?
No, that's totally right. This guy found a vulnerability. I mean, he should have maybe.
He's an expert.
I mean, he should. This guy should be the lead dev of the next ICO or whatever it is. You know, I mean, this definitely. I really don't I like that title. I mean, he found a vulnerability, and it's not a vulnerability where it steals anything. He just froze it. I mean, with anything, he should be credited for a no dump contract. It should actually be renamed the frozen no dump contract, or whatever. The
funny thing is, funny story. Ethereum did end up dumping today, partly because Bitcoin Cash was going up, and everyone's now speculating that with RSK coming to Bitcoin, Ethereum's not going to have a unique selling point anymore, because right now it's got the novelty vaporware factor of the glorified multi-sig smart contract, but then you've also got the pumpability of it. That's its other unique selling point. But now everyone's speculating, the speculators are speculating, that Bitcoin Cash will become the new pump and dump coin. So poor old Ethereum.
But didn't you hear that the Bitcoin and the Ethereum communities couldn't be any different? Haven't you seen the pictures? I mean, do you really think everybody can fit in with Trump hat wearing AK-47 toting Bitcoiner and rather to fit in with pony, what do you call them? Pony dudes? Or I'm not sure what that word is.
What?
Like guys that like wear pony t-shirts.
Furries? No. Oh, ponies?
Yeah, there's ponies and furries. I don't even know what you call it, but isn't there a community appeal to the communities? Even if you get RSK, are you going to have enough people with purple cats?
Okay, so I'm going to go through this article because so far
And Shanine's computer's frozen. I just want to.
It was. I think that maybe her computer is running Solidity. One of those.
Oh, it's running Solidity. Yeah, you're running Solidity.
Can you hear me? Damn.
Yeah, we can.
I don't need to read it. I kind of remember what it said. So the article basically concludes, because there was different people reporting different values for how much was lost or technically frozen in the hack. And the conclusion this article came to is that the total was 156 million. What I found really funny about it, he mentions one of the projects. I think it's the Hedge project. There's a graphic in there if you want to scroll down to it. Yeah, the Hedge project. So that was one of the companies that was impacted by the wallet freeze. And funnily enough, they have apparently seen their token value rise since the incident occurred. So I always find that interesting when prices go up after, you know, there's bugs found. But if you want a list of all of the companies that were impacted by the wallet freeze, there's a list at the bottom and it gives the amount for each one, although he does add a caveat that the ownership of the wallets could not be verified with the companies, and the estimates are based on the data this person collected for this article. But you can see a graphic of different projects, ICO projects that lost money.
Quite a few of them there that lost in the millions.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Okay, more FUD about Bittrex this time.
Yeah, so this one I brought up to the news desk just because it was pretty interesting to see a Bitcoin post on the r/all subreddit, and it got up there real quick because I guess a lot of people were either jumping the gun to think that they're going to, you know, help this guy find this and get 10% of the funds, or, you know, I guess people felt bad because it was such a large amount of money, saying he lost 120,000 in Bittrex. It got frozen up. And yeah, let me see. It says, yeah, the post, it didn't really have like good evidence. That screen shares that you pull up, like you could see that the screen grabs don't really have like that much identifying information in there. Just like, you know, just common screen grabs from an exchange. And, you know, when you put that together, looking at the history of the OP there, it's just a 5-month-old account, and some of the older posts on there was talking about how he had all of his money in blockchain.info, and he wanted to be prepared for this fork to try and split his coins to make a good amount of return. And it just kind of feels like, you know, maybe this was a guy that was, maybe he does have the funds locked up in there. I don't really think, you know, that it's like that. I think that, you know, there's probably some mistake here, or somebody just trying to get some money out of this. Like I've heard some theories that it could be an old frozen account that somebody hacked and he's trying to strong arm Bittrex, and just like, or just somebody trying to make Bittrex look bad. And yeah, I don't know. I think that you know, it just goes to show that the FUD, it gets a lot of traction. I mean, jumped all the way up to r/all pretty quick, less than a dig.
So just another fake news posted to Reddit, probably to try to get people to donate money to him.
Or was he asking for donations?
Well, he wasn't asking for donations, but it certainly does. You know, he's asking for anybody's help in the community. He'll give you 10% of $120,000 when it becomes unlocked. So, I mean, like, there's definitely a financial incentive there for, you know, these people. Yeah. And yeah, right there. He also mentioned that he was blocked from Poloniex before too. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just a lot of suspicious activity going on. I mean, if I had just got into Bitcoin and I don't know, when I first got into Bitcoin, I wouldn't spend more than a couple of dollars sending it around in exchanges before I could figure out confidently how to send it around. I would never put $100,000 on blockchain.info and then send it to Bittrex all in one trip. It just seems like this is like, I don't know. Yeah, FUD Friday.
Yeah. Lots and lots of juicy FUD. All right, so we promised you at the top of the show, but it's one of those stories we leave to the end to keep you tuned in, just for those vanity metrics there. So what's Roger been up to?
Been running around the world.
Where is he at? Monkey, go on, what's going
on? It looks, based on that shirt, is he shilling shitcoins to CNBC?
That is a really good t-shirt, actually. Bitch, please. Hey, at least he's able to joke with that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not bad.
That's what I think. Good on him.
Yeah, he's, you know, been around the world and you know, he's going around the world, different talks. He's in the spotlight. Bitch, please. He's got a. It's not a decent. That's a good smile. You got to go. You know, work on your blue steel. You know, but you know he's got it going on. Bitcoin Cash is pumping. You know, he can say that he's right. He is the market oracle now. So now he can get the tweet storm going. And here you go. Bitcoin is censorship-resistant money. Those who enact or support censorship are enemies of Bitcoin.
So someone needs to make a Jesus meme with Jesus wearing a bitch please shirt.
Oh shit.
That would be really good.
I want to know one thing. Why does the Bcash volume keep exploding? Goes.
Okay, what was your question again?
Why does the volume for Bcash keep exploding everywhere he goes?
Well, like Korea.
I think it's just that's just of course that's the market reaction to hearing him speak truth to the Satoshi's original vision.
I thought you meant like hearing him say "bitch, please." So, bitch, please, come on, pump it. But is that why it's pumping in Korea? I mean, has he been to Korea recently? Because I saw that Bitcoin Cash had huge volumes there.
He's made appearances in Korea, and also another notable famous you know, creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, has been making appearances in South Korea as well. Yeah, I find it very coincidental.
Craig. Is that Craig Nakamoto, his brother?
Yeah, Satoshi.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, but Roger Ver is telling people that he's seen the signature proof, that the signature using the private key from Block 1. And he's seen it himself, and so he believes that Craig Satoshi Wright is indeed the legitimate Satoshi and founder of Bitcoin.
Yeah, but to just be real,
God, he knows God. No, come on, you got to play in the allegory here.
Well, I don't plan.
He went around saying that. No, that was what Jesus did. He ran around saying that he knew the love of God and all that.
But
Roger Ver knows the love of Satoshi.
Like Craig Wright got destroyed in the Western world as far as credibility, running around trying to find some fancy sounding combinations of science words here, doing this demonstration that never materializes of something over here, and he's turned into a complete joke. What? And now, whoa, he's lobbying all over some place where they don't speak English now, and the penetration of all these events and stupid they've been probably aren't really widespread. It's just, you know, it's kind of suspicious in my opinion.
What's this?
I just found this. Someone was just forwarded this to me. It's just interesting to read the commentary, you know, because he said, if you scroll up, he said, "I'm going to dump my Bitcoin Cash as soon as possible. Segwit 2x has overwhelming support. And I stand by my commitment to it." You know, so I guess that didn't work out for him, but hey, it can happen to anyone.
He didn't stand by his commitment to it, though, did he?
Did he back out, right? He backed out early, or what?
Well, no. I mean, they all backed out at the end, so...
Right. But did he... Okay, but was he, you know... Did he, in the game of chicken, was he the one... was he an early guy that veered off the road, or was he one...
Oh, you know, I think I've realized it's actually BitConnect he's talking about. He'll be dumping his piece.
Of course.
Yeah. Wrong ticker symbol.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's so confusing, all these BCs.
Oh, glad we got that sorted out. Right.
Damn.
Wait, hold on. Why Jihan Wu? He's liking a tweet. What's this tweet that he's liking? What's he saying? That's not very nice, Jihan. That's not being very nice to coins.
No, come on. No, come on. I did not know that that was going to be there. You just dropped that link in the chat, and I didn't know what I was clicking on. Do not criticize.
Monkey
Stop.
bomb. You just got monkey bomb.
You're spreading lies. You're spreading lies. Come on.
Was that jihad?
But no, my point is to be like Jihan. That's not very nice. He's going around and telling
He's spreading
people
lies. He's spreading lies. Yeah.
Be nice, but do something else on the back end.
Yeah. So we should all just get together and all be Machiavellian together and support other coins and just all be friends.
Yeah, Chris, by the way, where can I get a copy of that book that Jihan was reading? You know, for
the Machiavelli one? Yeah, it's called The Prince. It's actually out of copyright now. You can get it anywhere for free. Just download the audio book probably from anywhere, I imagine. Shouldn't cost you a thing.
Yeah, I just want to know, you know, what Jihan's, you know, reading. I want to be on the same page. Nothing to do with the Dragon's Den Blockstream Core Axial Army or anything. You know, just curious.
Yeah. I hear you have amazing home insurance. Can I come around and break everything?
I actually, I gotta go.
Oh, but I heard you got really good home insurance. That wouldn't be because of the whole
home insurance.
Home insurance.
What?
Well, you don't have home insurance in the US? Come on.
No, what's that?
Homeowners.
I don't have an AXA home insurance policy as part of my employment.
We get it. Yeah.
Get it?
Of course you have.
Everyone's
you have insurance
for everything.
You have insurance for everything. I'm
sure.
He's got
everything's insured. Yeah. He's got the best health insurance. No Obamacare for him. No Obamacare for Shinobi. He's got all the best insurance, and all he has to do is keep shilling core. So hope Elizabeth's happy with your work. And sure you'll be reporting back to her later on with a debrief.
No comment.
Right. Come on then. Final thoughts. Let's wrap this up. It's Friday night.
Final thoughts. Thoughts and prediction. Forced predictions. Yeah, thoughts and predictions. Yeah. Forced predictions. No, not either. The crypto space race has begun. Bitcoin Cash satellite incoming.
We didn't even talk about Garzik's little pictures.
Yeah, it could be. A little pullback here, though. It's coming
that's
down from the stratosphere.
Yeah, let's not go there. I got a final thought here. It's like I guess I wrote this one down. We thought we got 24 hours, and now we know what the next attack is. We see all these guys coalesce together, and so I guess we can be expecting to for the next 6 months trying to fight this idea of these three groups coming together, or multiple groups coming together to claim that they're Bitcoin. And you know, it was nice to have that little bit of breather while we had it, but we knew it was coming, and here it is.
Well, not everyone, because earlier on I had this like unbelievable debate with people in Wales. There's like two people, I won't say their names, who said to me that the market could just keep going up forever and that we didn't have to pull back. No, it didn't have to pull. I'm not saying we have to pull back right here, but this was when we were still at 7,000 or 7,100, and it looked like we just looked like we were going to go down, right? And I'm like, yeah, but market's correct, like mean reversion, and apparently it's going to be just like the Facebook stock. It's just going to go up forever, and I'll just show you that briefly. So it is quite interesting. So this is Bitcoin on the monthly, as you can see, pretty epic. But there were times in Bitcoin's history when it retraced quite a lot in percentage terms. Like if I just stick this in percentage terms, that's quite a big drop, right? If you look at something like Facebook, wow, no dips for Facebook, just up and to the right. That's almost a perfect 45-degree angle.
That's
like,
that's what happens when you get the BitConnect ad revenue. You know, when you sell them ads.
Yeah, exactly. And I was basically explaining to these two traders that this is not really traded by everyday people. This is traded by a homogenous group of people. It's a private company. And whereas Bitcoin can be traded by lots of people. And so it's all over the world, different exchanges, local Bitcoins, different types, OTC, you know, derivatives markets, all kinds of things. This market is very heavily regulated. So I'm not assuming that Bitcoin is going to do this type of graph where pullbacks will be minimal. I am expecting more substantial corrections. And Charlene is desperate to come in, just waving at me.
Well, I wouldn't be too certain about Facebook not having a dip soon, because when their new revenge porn system comes out, they're probably going to have some attacks where people impersonate Facebook employees and tell people, hey, your nudes have just gone viral on Facebook. Please send your nudes so that we can get them taken down. And then that's how the hackers will get people's nudes and Facebook will plummet.
I wouldn't be surprised.
On that bombshell, I will just say, if you liked my humor, you can like and subscribe, but only if you want to. If you didn't, and you thought I was being facetious and flippant, dislike, unsubscribe right now. Hell, even report this video for abuse. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.